Welcome to London Reviews. Today, two South London guys are doing a review of Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 6. This episode is entitled Blood of My Blood. My name's Chris. I've read the books, but I've got a terrible memory, so I can only remember bits and pieces of it. I've reread them, but I still can't remember much. But there's little bits that I kind of remember, so I've got that knowledge. My friend Mark,
So,
he's a sci-fi and fantasy fan, and yeah, he's got that level of interest. He's only watched the shows, so he hasn't read the book. So we're coming from 2 points of view. So Mark, what's your rating for the episode?
I'll give it a 7.
Same, same here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was interesting without getting
Right.
too crazy. No one
Yeah,
died
yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it was good. Best scene?
Um, the best scene, strange enough. I think my favorite scene was right at the start.
Yeah, yeah, mine too, the opening scene.
Yeah, the opening scene. There's bits about that I quite like, so we'll talk about that shortly. What was your most influential character?
I mean, I was kind of like the way it was good. The uncle came back. So it was all connected with the opening scene.
Okay, yeah, cool. I'm gonna go for the High Sparrow myself.
Yeah?
I
Hmm.
think what he's doing, converting Tommen and Marjorie to the cause, has kind of put the cat amongst the pigeon, I should say. Um, Yeah, I think what he's done there is we kind of saw it on the cards the way he was talking to both of them in previous episodes. I kind of saw that coming, but I think that's gonna turn King's Landing upside down.
Okay. I mean, so
Uh,
you think the Marjorie is converted then?
I thought she was kind of bluffing at first, but maybe she isn't. It's hard to tell, right?
I think there's
Because
some
she
kind
she
of.
brought Tommen around. There's no way. Maybe she did that in order to spare her pain of doing the walk, not knowing that the troops are going to show up.
Yeah, yeah, she was surprised with that.
Yeah, exactly. So that might have been oh yeah, I was just blagging, mate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So
mean, she knows they're listening into their conversations
yeah,
anyway, innit?
exactly. So she might be doing all that. Now it's now the how to unbrainwash Tommen into realizing, yeah, it was all a game, it was all a bluff. Now we're out of there. Let's get Loris out. And yeah, and
she's still got influence over the king though, so
oh yeah,
he's
yeah,
rather listening to her, though, isn't it?
yeah. Well, once she gets him in that bedroom, she'll have him. Simple as that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think she's already got him. I mean, it was
Yeah,
good. She's the
exactly.
one
I mean,
who's
yeah, I missed you. I bet you did. I can't mess with Natalie Dormer, mate. I'd miss that. Anyway.
yeah, yeah. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, yeah. I think she's got some kind of plan there.
hmm So yeah, that's why I'm choosing him as the most influential character. What he's done is definitely put cat amongst the pigeons.
Hmm.
But yeah, Benjen coming back. Let me walk through the scene. So we're doing all the bit about the North first, right? So
Hmm.
I do my big chat. It's quite a big one. So starting with Mira struggling with Bran through the woods. They're still being chased down, but Bran's still in a tree dream. He's having flashbacks of Jamie approaching and killing the Mad King, Rob's murder, the making of Wildfire, young Ned, his own fall from the tower at Winterfell, some
Hmm.
children of the forest was in there, a wildfire explosion, the Night's King raising the dead at Hardhome, and over all of this, the words you saw the guys chasing them, the whites chasing them with the words burn them all, repeated all the time. Now, Cold Hands, now you probably don't know Cold Hands, but yeah, this mysterious character comes from nowhere and rescues them, right? Burns one of those whites that are coming for him, noting the burning, yeah? So they all escape on his horse. Later on, um, Mira asks, "Why did you rescue us?" And he says, "Yeah, I was summoned by the Three Crow." And then he reveals himself to be Benjen. He then tells Bran that one way or another, the Night's King will make his way into the world of men, and Bran will be ready for him.
Hmm.
So that's it in brief. It's your thoughts.
No, again, it seems I don't know how much of the flashbacks were past and future.
Oh, it was a
As,
bit
as,
of, it was mainly past. In fact, I think it was all past from
that's what you
what
think. So there's
I
no future
yeah,
flashbacks
watch on
there.
slow
Or
motion. Everything had already been. It was all past.
okay. I said, I don't know if was any future predictions in there. I said,
No,
but okay, so he's still
yeah,
trying to control his powers,
yeah,
and his uncle's come to guide him. I mean, or be the champion for him.
yeah. It seems to be a protector. I kind of, I was hoping this character might come into the show much
Well,
earlier.
is he undead?
Yes, you know,
Okay.
last week we talked about this character that could be still out there, that he might be brought into the show. I think
Hmm.
Benjen is a mix of the Benjen character and this character, who's known by Cold Hands. Cold Hands has doesn't talk,
Hmm.
but he rescued Sam. See, do you remember when Sam was being attacked by the Whites much earlier in
Hmm.
the show?
Hmm.
Cold Hands helped him out and rescued him,
Okay.
right? And then helped them get back to the wall.
He didn't reveal himself at that time, did he?
No, no, not in the show. This is the thing. In the books,
Okay.
Cold Hand helps him out. Sorry, my bad. So in the book, Cold Hand helped him out and got him to the wall. Yeah, I explained this last week. So, and once Bran came out of the wall, Cold Hand then took Bran, Mira, and Jojen up to the tree where the Three-Eye Crow, Blood Raven, is
Hmm.
is. But something happened. I can't remember. I think Cold Hands was attacked. They got attacked, and Cold Hands stayed outside to defend them so they can get into the tree.
But
And
this is all in the book, though.
yeah, and nothing was known about what happened to Cold Hands. So did he escape or not? I can't remember, to tell you the truth, and I should have looked it up today, but I didn't. Um,
Okay, fair enough. But so you're saying he's a similar to character to
yes,
his uncle,
yes.
but not the same.
See, well, one of the things that was the speculation is Cold Hands the uncle or not? And for me, the journey from the wall to the tree would have taken at least a couple of weeks. And at some point, we would have recognized, hey, that's my uncle over there, isn't it? So I
Yeah.
don't think it is.
Yeah,
Even
fair enough.
though Cold Hands looks a bit mashed up and he's
I
a bit,
mean, he did tell him. He did say when he got attacked and all. He did say and his origin story. He did say that. I don't know if it fits in with the book or whatever, but he said that he got attacked and got
yeah,
rescued by
well,
the.
according to the book, Benjin went north and has been never seen again. He's just
Hmm.
lost.
Hmm.
So I wasn't sure whether they were going to bring him back at all. I didn't think they were going to bring him back at all. I
So
thought they
a
were going to.
surprise
I
for
thought
him.
they might go with the cold hand things, but they decided. It looks like they've kind of decided to merge two characters just to kind of have a tie-in to for the TV viewers, so they were not necessarily introducing a brand new character. All they're doing is reintroducing an existing character. See what I mean?
Yeah. It's got a family links there in it.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And you've got a closer bond, so you feel something for this character already, rather than this mindless zombie doing something, basically being controlled by the Three Crow. But yeah,
but now Brand is the free crow line it. So
exactly. And he didn't even know that he summoned him.
yeah, of course. I mean, so it's got, yeah, his powers are all over the place, and he's got to
Yeah,
settle down with them. Yeah.
yeah. Now, one of the things that's quite strange about those visions that he had. You remember when I was saying about the power that he has is based in these magic trees, the weirwood trees. And as you go further south, you have fewer trees. Now, when you get as far south as King's Landing, yeah, there are no
Hmm.
trees at all. So
Hmm.
how on earth is he got the power to see what's happening in the King's room and how Jamie assassinated the King? I'm not sure. I think he's got even deeper, broader powers than having to be near the trees. He can see virtually anywhere in Westeros, maybe even beyond. Who knows?
Yeah, there's some kind of some link there to the whole of the world.
Yeah, yeah, but I've voiced my opposition to the use of magic as a solution. So it's like, come on,
Yeah, but
type
his
that.
power his power is magic, isn't it?
Yeah, but anyway, that's that scene. It was quite a good scene. Quite liked it. Great introduction. At least we got some closure of what happened. As I was saying, I didn't think they were going to get far after Hodor held the door.
No. They made it realistic, but they got found. So
Yeah, yeah. They got a little distance, and she was obviously worn out. She dragged them as far as she could, and yeah, she collapsed. And in the nick of time, the cavalry arrived. Boom, they rode away. So yeah,
yeah, best
it was
scene.
the only escape I could see they could have. The guy turned up with a horse because there's no way they were going to outrun him.
Yeah, again, yeah. They needed help. That's what we said
Mm.
last week.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. That's the only way I could see it. That guy out there with a horse.
so it's another plus side on the side of good.
Hmm.
So another champion. I said again. There's
But the
no
other
more children. There's no more children in the forest. So there's no more undead
Well,
warriors
there
coming.
may be some more out there, and he might be able to get in contact with them now. He's the three-eyed crow. But
Okay,
what
fair enough.
struck me
Hmm.
about the speech that, the talk that Bran had with his uncle Benjen
Hmm.
was when he said that the Night's King will make his way into the world of men. He didn't say he would make his way south or beyond the wall or anything like that obvious. It'll just be the world of men, which is beyond the wall. So
Yeah, the wall's gonna fall, isn't it?
yeah, that
So.
was another subtle hint that he'll get south of the wall.
Hmm. Oh, yeah, Brandon's still got a mark on him, so they still have to deal with
Well,
that.
don't know. I didn't see. I don't know whether it's worn off or would you cut your arm off if you knew you got the mark of the Knights thing?
I think it's still going to come back into play. I said again, I don't know if it's temporary or permanent or
Yeah, well,
how permanent, semi-permanent, but I think it's going to come back into play again
yeah, I think so. It may be part of the reason why the wall came
because
down.
yeah, at the end of the day, they're mindless zombies, so they can't really track
Well, the
for
zombies are,
anything.
but the White Walkers aren't.
Yeah. So they're tracking some way or another, in it.
Yeah,
I don't think they're using conventional methods.
no. It's all magic.
So yeah. I think that's going to come back into play, and that's how they whatever way they go over the wall. I think that's the direction they're heading anyway.
Hmm. Cool.
So they're going to be followed, hunted
Yes,
down,
yeah, they're gonna be
you
trapped.
know. Mm.
This is an insert, not a part of the podcast I did with Mark. This is the following day. I've just remembered after doing my edit that I didn't mention my thoughts on the burn the mall section of the first scene for Bran use wildfire to burn the invading forces as they come south. As the White Walkers and the zombies were coming up to attack Bran and Mira, he was getting the flashing, burn them all. Lots of wildfire, showing him where wildfire was, what wildfire can do. Yeah, to use wildfire to burn the invaders, and that's what they probably used to stop it all. So, if you think about it, the use of wildfire was invented to help fight off the White Walkers in the first place, I think. So they may get the stockpile of wildfire if there's any left at King's Landing, get it up to the north or wherever the final battle will be, and use that maybe in conjunction with dragons to kill off the White Walkers. Okay, all right. The next scene on the road to Hornhill
Hmm.
with
Hmm.
Sam and Gilly. Yeah, a bit of a yawning scene, but they're in the back of a car. They're having a chat about trees and shit like that, and then Gilly asks, "Exactly what did you tell your family about me?" And Sam fesses up. It's like, "Well, I didn't exactly tell him nothing, because my dad hates wildlings." and he wouldn't be too pleased if I brought a wild in home. It's like,
Mm.
you know what? How, this seems just like one of those weird plays on race. I know they did it previously, but this was definitely like, yeah, well, no, can't tell my folks about you because
Yeah, it's just like
my dad don't like us.
highborn and richborn. I mean, lowborn, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not highball. It could be black or white or whatever. It could be black and Asian or white and Asian. It's like if you
Well,
take your partner home,
I didn't see that anyway. I just
you
saw
didn't
the high,
you didn't see the kind of
rich,
awkwardness. It's like,
rich
yeah,
and
yeah,
poor.
yeah, going to see the folks for the first time,
Mm.
and then yeah, what did you tell your parents about me? Yeah, I told you you were a nice girl and blah blah. Did 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 you tell them that I was black? Ah, I was going to
No,
get around
no.
to
So
that.
I
I
didn't pick that
know.
up anyway.
Yeah, so
For me, it was clear. It was just sort of a case of, as I said, he was hated by his folks anyway. So
yeah, yeah.
whatever he'd
No, he
done
was
was
no,
gonna
not
look
his
bad.
folks.
Yeah.
His dad. His dad just
Mm,
disapproved of what he became. He's a scholarly man, and
mm.
his dad is a warrior, and he didn't follow in his footsteps, so he's disappointed. So
Yeah. I mean, they seem like they got a pretty big citadel there. I don't know,
mm,
but it seems like, I mean, again, he's run off with a sword. So
yeah,
whose hand is the sword going to fall into? You know,
hmm
him not being a warrior, so he's taking the sword somewhere for
indeed.
somebody to get.
Okay, you know what? I made a mistake there. I've gone off track before I finished doing my read through. So let me complete my read through, and we can get on back to discussing it, right? So, um, yeah. So he doesn't tell his family that Gilly's a wilding. Um, what is it? Hornhill, much bigger building than I expected. Yeah, so they're greeted by the ladies of the family who are very welcoming, and the the dad and the brother are out hunting before dinner. They then have dinner a little later, talking about hunting and all that kind of stuff, and who can do hunting, and ladies can do hunting, and blah 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 blah. Then Randall Tarley, being the dick he is being a bit being a dick to Sam about his weight, and he shouldn't be eating so much bread. Um, then there's more
Mm.
dickiness from Randall. Goes on about him being a scholarly man, getting his head in books and not being a warrior. Then Gilly stands up, well, doesn't stand up, but she defends him. Randall then susses out that she's a wilding, and then Randall starts being a complete dick, bangs on about his Valyrian steel sword and all that kind of stuff. Lady Tarly gets up and leaves with the women. Randall says, he'll look after Gilly and little Sam. Gilly can work in the kitchens and all that
Mm.
shit.
Oh yeah,
And then,
upstairs, downstairs, isn't it?
yeah, she's not coming upstairs. She's a kitchen wench. But little Sam will be educated and all that kind of stuff because he's a bastard. Little bastard. You brought me a
Mm.
bastard. Blah blah blah. Anyway, Sam slinks off. He's in Gilly's room, says his goodbyes, and then he spins round and gets him. Says, "No, you're coming with me." He suddenly grows a pair of stones, grabs the family swords, and legs it.
Where's he gonna go? That's the next thing, yeah.
Well, I know where he's heading. He's gonna head down to Old Town to do his Maester training. But how is he gonna get away fast enough before his dad hunts him down? I have no idea. Unless he's hoping on one of those weird, those situations when something's moved from the room and you don't notice it's missing. Something's
Mm.
up,
Mm.
but you've been through that room and you don't notice it, and
Yeah,
it's up.
but his dad knows he wants to be a maester, yeah.
Yeah. So
So
he's
he's not gonna
expecting him to have
automatically
gone.
go to do the maester training again, is he?
Yeah, he might still go down there and do it.
Yeah, it's just a bit obvious for me, you know.
So what do you reckon he's gonna do?
I don't know. He's gonna have to escape somewhere, which is not obvious.
He's gonna run off, but he's still got a duty to the Black Watch, to the Night's Watch,
Well, I mean, with Kay said that's gone out the window now, isn't it, really?
because he nicked the sword. Well, maybe. He's definitely got to go do something. He's got to duck and hide. You know what? I think his initial thing might be to go and speak to his mum, and yeah, I might have to. I don't know what house his mother's from, but she's obviously from some noble house, so he might go sideways and head off to his mum's end of things and escape from there, get some provisions from there.
He's definitely okay, not going to do the obvious thing. I think he's that's all put on hold. The Maester training, whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he's that's the first place they're going to come to look for him, innit?
Yeah, yeah. Well, they might even just go straight to the mum as well. I don't know.
Mm.
I have no idea what he was thinking there. But as I said, he might get a further head start than he thinks.
Oh yeah, I
That
mean,
Dad might not know
again,
that the
I
sword
think
exists.
the people is looking for the sword to fall into somebody's hand who needs it. Yeah.
Mm, that's going to be awkward because they're a long way away from anyone that needs that sword.
Hmm.
You
Someone's
know?
going to put some use to it.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly the kind of thing you can like smack on, send in a package up north. It's you're probably going to want to take that personally. But anyway, yeah, God knows what they're going to do with that. I ain't got a clue. But
Hmm.
it wasn't as cheesy as I thought. You know, it started out cheesy, but it turned into something pretty cool. So, yeah, all right for Sam. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you going to say something?
No, no. I said this. I just like the way they brought the sword into play. The sword's going to
Hmm.
come into play, and I like the way they've done it. Just as I said, to build up his story and his family's sword. That's all I see there. I mean, yeah, the family's gonna chase him, and he's gonna run, but the sword is the important thing.
Hmm. Ah, cool.
Well, I don't know how many men they're gonna send after him, but I mean, I don't think they're gonna send an army after him. This is probably
No,
the thing now.
no, no. Well, this is how hard do you want to chase it? Because it's
They
not
want the
something.
sword back, yeah.
No, well, this is it. How hard do you have to chase it? You if it's got it's a Valyrian steel sword. It's not like he can just turn around and it's disappearing. He's going to keep it on him pretty closely. So wherever he turns up,
Mm,
you know that he's got the sword. So he might just turn and say, you know what, he's got the sword. I'm gonna chase him down for a day or two. If I don't catch him, then cool. I'll keep my ravens out. Anyone seen Sam, let me
mm,
know.
mm,
And then when someone turns up and said, yeah, saw Sam last week, then you can head down there and sort it out instead of chasing him to the end of the earth.
Intelligence first, yeah.
Yeah, find out where he's heading and then you make your move.
Hmm. So on to the next scene now.
Yep. Okay, Bravos. So Arya is watching the play, and
Hmm.
this part of the play is covering off the death of Joffrey and Tywin. And she's
Hmm.
giggling all the way through. The rest of the audience is, oh dear, what a terrible thing that happened to our king, and what happened. This is not their king, but to the king over there. What a terrible story. And she's giggling her face off because, ha ha ha. Because don't forget, this is probably the first time she's found. No, no, no. She probably knew. She might have known that Joffrey was dead by the time she left, but she probably didn't
Uh,
know Tywin was dead too. I can't remember. Any listeners? If we have any listeners, it would be nice to know if you can remember the timeline. If if Arya had left before Joffrey died,
yeah, I mean, it all depends
I
on
think she might have.
how much information the men of faces are getting when she was training. Yeah.
Yeah, because
She was,
the way I look at it, she left shortly after the Red Wedding. Right, she was on
uh
the road a bit,
uh
and they had a bit of an encounter, and it was all about yeah. I don't think she knew until the play that Joffrey was dead, and then
Yeah,
Tywin was dead.
she's denying her identity anyway.
Yeah.
That's what they've been teaching her, innit?
Anyway, yeah. Getting back to my thingy. So she's giggling throughout. Lady Crane gives a nice soliloquy over the body of Joffrey and the younger actress. She's there miming her lines in the background, getting ready to take over the chief role. Arya then ducks round the back, poisons the rum.
Mhm.
Then on her way out, Lady Crane stops her and has a bit of a chat, befriends her a little bit, talks about the play, and they bond a little bit. Asks her what her name. Her name is Mercy. Very important, that bit. Um, Lady Crane then tells Arya that she's got very expressive eyes and interesting eyebrows and all that kind of lark. Um, Mercy then runs back. Oh yeah, there's a bit of a chat in between the actors and all that kind of business. And Mercy comes back and knocks the drink out of Lady Crane's hand. Tells tells Lady Crane that the younger actress is out to kill her. The waif sees all of this. Arya then retrieves Needle. The waif goes back to report to Jaqen and tells him what you've seen. He then turns around and says, "Okay, no, don't make it too painful for her." And she's now off on a mission. Then Arya settles down for the night. I'm not entirely sure where she settles down. It just looks like she settled down somewhere. Don't know if she went back to the House of Undying or not. Don't think she did. But she settles down for the night. So, what do you reckon?
Well, again, I don't think the what's his Jackin? You said his name was. I mean,
Yes.
he was too concerned with her not doing it. I mean, she was
It's
the
almost
other
like he
girl.
expected her not to do it.
Yeah, it's like the other girls. He's begging her to take revenge, isn't it?
Yeah,
So she's taking it personally. Yeah, she said,
yeah,
"Oh, you promised, you promised, you promised." Yeah.
yeah.
So I think there's Ariel's still got we still can get back to him. He's not hating her or nothing. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it's still all part of the test. Yeah. I think that I mean it's the victor out of the two of them. Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't
Because
forget, he said last week
mm,
that one way or another, there's going to be a new face on this wall,
mm,
right? So he doesn't give a monkey's whose face it is. It's like, are you going to kill her? Or are you going to kill her?
so it's down
And no
to the
one's,
both of them. Yeah.
yeah, so now there's going to be a battle. So it's going to end up being the waif's face on the wall. So
Hmm.
unless they kill off Arya, which I'll be pissed at, but they're not going to do that. Anyway, but what's important about the name Mercy?
Mm,
Um, George Martin, yes, I do remember his name is George. It's G, not J. Um, yeah, George Martin released a chapter a couple of seasons ago
mm,
um, called Mercy, and
okay.
basically the outline of her story this season has been that chapter.
Hmm.
The major difference is she's actually one of the players in the play. Her name is
Okay. All
Mercy,
right.
and
All right.
she's wearing a face already, so that she's got to a point where she can wear a face,
Hmm. Hmm.
and she's acting within this troupe of players. So
Okay.
she's in this thing, and then she does something that puts her role within the House of Undying in jeopardy. But the fact that they called her Mercy here may be giving her an outing to say, okay, you kill off the waif, and then you can
Hmm.
join these troupe of players. Because when she was talking to Lady Crane, she was like, "You like playing different people, don't you? You like being somebody else." And that's when she
Hmm.
said, "Oh, my father's waiting for me," and she runs off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
She's still gonna have a connection to the faceless people in it, or
yeah, yeah, she may
just
after killing the waif, she may be able to stay in, and then who knows, she joins the troupe, gets some acting skills because that's the reason why she was meant to be part of the the acting troupe in the first place. She's meant to get some skills in how to play different characters and how to be different people and learn to wear her new face and that kind of stuff. So
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, cool. So yeah, so that story continues, huh?
yeah, yeah. So let's see where it goes from there.
Hmm.
Okay. King's Landing.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is huge. This goes on for quite a bit. Hang on. Okay. So Tommen and the High Sparrow are chatting about the change of Marjorie, and she has to change her ways and what she has to do to do a walk of atonement and all that kind of stuff. Tommen then goes to have a chat with Marjorie, who then informs him that it's all good, it's all right, don't worry, and she's converted to the cause. Whether she has or not, another point, we'll discuss that later. So later on, JD's waiting at the city gate, waiting for the Tyrell uh, army to approach. High Sparrow's then on the steps, droning on about, she's got to do a thing of atonement and yeah, blah, blah, blah. The Tyrell army turn up. Jamie then demands that the High Sparrow turn off Marjorie and Loras. The High Sparrow tells him to get fucked. Jamie then says that all the sparrows will die before Marjorie takes a walk. The High Sparrow then says, yeah, we're up for that, but hey, not today, because, and he unveils Tommen and the Kingsguard with their new breastplate showing the several-pointed star and the crown, and Tommen has been converted too. Lady Olenna says that they've lost, they've been beaten, and High Sparrow looks smug.
Yeah.
Later on, um, Jamie's in front of the king, and he's been sacked as Lord Commander, but he's been sent on a secret mission to quell the Riverland Rebellion. Jamie and Cersei then discuss what the next steps are, and then get it on. Yeah, there you go. So your thoughts?
Yeah, again, it's a political coup by the High Sparrow.
Mm.
He's got the people behind him. He's doesn't seem like a bad thing he's done. I mean, but again, the Queen, I think Marjorie is not truly behind this, so there's going to
Mm-hmm.
be some kind of backstabbing happening somewhere.
See.
Whether the
Well,
king's gonna die and she's gonna be the queen and that's it,
well,
or
one of the things that kind of gave a clue that there was going to be a twist when Cersei was doing her one. They cut off her hair, and they made a big thing about the fact they were cutting off her hair.
hmm
But Marjorie stood on the stairs, and her hair wasn't cut off. She had all her hair, so that was the bit that kind of clued me. Was like, yeah, why is that hair still there then?
Oh
So
yeah,
I was wondering what was going anyway. I was wondering what they're going to do with that hair scene as well. What they're going to make her to cut off her hair, but no, she had full hair, and it was like, okay, what's going on?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. She maneuvered herself. I mean, she played the Sparrows game, and I thought that she was gonna sacrifice her brother when but the king came out, but
Well, it's she's doing whatever she can in order to save her brother. So I think
mm,
she was willing to do the walk if that's what it
mm,
took,
mm,
but she saw the way out with convert Tommen and then
mm.
get him on the pussy trap later.
Yeah. I mean, he's firmly under her control.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, again,
but this is the thing. He's such a naive character. Pretty much anyone who talks to him goes, "Oh yeah, actually, yeah." But
yeah, but I mean, he wants to please his wife most, though, yeah.
yeah. Well, she is queen after all, and she's giving him the ting.
Yeah, so King's Landing is left pretty open. I mean, again, I don't know how many men Jamie's marching off with.
Yeah, but he's going to go with the Lannister army. I don't think he's going to go with the Tyrell army. So,
Hmm. So it's still a pretty sizable army, yeah.
should still a sizable force.
Hmm.
But we'll see
Yeah,
what
so
they
I mean,
march off with.
this leads into the next scene where the river.
At the twins, yes, Walder Frey. He's pissed that Riverrun has been taken by the Blackfish.
So Jamie's going to help him, yeah.
Walder Frey, yes.
All right, and so
Uh,
but his daughter's dead now, yeah.
yeah, she got eaten by the dogs.
Hmm.
He didn't mention that.
He doesn't know that,
Strangely,
does
does he even know that his daughter and
he?
grandson has been yam up by dogs?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he doesn't look like a pretty grand king. He looks like he's living in a hovel. You know.
Yeah, well, it's two castles both sides of the river, so well, he's got 1,000 kids in there. That's the problem.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah, so Waterfrey's pissed. Riverrun's been lost. Then he basically tells his son to take Edmure Tully, and threaten to kill him.
So who's taking River Run or?
Riverrun, the Blackfish. So he's the uncle. So if you remember, going back quite a ways, when Rob
Yeah.
turned up at Riverrun, and he was telling his uncle off, saying, "I didn't want you to take a keep. I wanted you to stay put, and now you've gone and chased the mountain all over the place, and now he knows I'm coming for him."
Hmm.
And his grandfather died. The Blackfish was the guy who fired the flaming arrow and hit the coffin that was floating down the river, the funeral pyre. So
Hmm.
he's always been around that area. He's been hanging about. He was at the wedding. He was there,
And
but
so
he left.
he didn't come in to save the Stark though.
No, he left to get. Even in the book, yeah, he stepped outside to go for a piss.
Uh-huh.
So when they locked the doors and murdered everyone in the dining hall, he was
Mm-hmm.
outside that madness.
But
And
he
one
didn't
of the
take
things
no.
that
He
was
didn't take.
going on
Yeah, he
was,
didn't take no revenge though. Yeah.
what was he going to do? Everyone's getting massacred, so he's fighting for his life.
Hmm.
So he's escaped.
So there's a possibility of Snow going there though, yeah, for his recruitment operation.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. That's why, what's her face? Sansa
Mm.
uh, told him that, yeah, there's something going on down there. Might want to join forces with them.
Mm. So therefore, he's going to fight the Lannisters then, eh?
Yeah, but again, they've got to walk through a lot of land. Now, I sent you the app to show you the map
Hmm. Hmm.
from where they are at the wall to get past all that land held by, because the north is big. The north
Hmm.
is the biggest of the seven kingdoms,
Hmm.
right? It's as big as all the seven kingdoms put together. It's massive,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? So to get from the very far north at the wall all the way down to where Riverrun is, you got to pass a lot of Ramsay's men. You got to walk. You got to go past Winterfell for a start,
Mm.
right?
So
So I
whatever
say,
happens, he got to get from Ramsay first, yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the whole thing of how you're gonna have rally all these different people, different houses, get them up and going without Ramsay knowing and getting
Mm.
ahead of you.
Mm.
I don't know how they're going to do that. Let alone, they might get on some boats and then
And go down the river, yeah.
take a ship down to Riverrun. I'll look on the map. I think that's entirely possible.
Going past Ramsay, yeah.
Yeah, avoiding most of that craziness.
Yeah, so it seems like there's going
So
to be
hang
some
on.
kind of there's going to be some kind of conversion in River Run then with the Lannisters, Snow, and his
Right.
Vikings.
Okay. So the problem with getting a boats down there would be you'll have to pass the Iron Islands for a start,
Mm.
and
And so they're going to probably intercept. What's his name again?
possibly don't know what they're going to do there. They might accidentally run into them,
Mm.
but that's still it's
A
still
lot. It's a long shot, is it?
long shot. God, yeah,
But not
it,
in the
it's a
realms of it.
long it's a long journey, mate. It's long, long. But as I said, they've twisted time here, so they might make it in a day or two.
But there's
I
definitely
just don't see it.
there's definitely a convergence happening there, though. Yeah.
See, part of the thing is part of the strategic strength of the twins is
Mm.
it blocks off the main route from north to south. So you have to go through the twins in order to get to River Run. So they're gonna have to get boats. That's the only way. Yeah, they're gonna have to go by sea.
And when you talk about Brazil, you're talking about okay, Theo, yeah.
Yeah. God knows what's gonna happen to them. Uh,
Yeah, some kind of convergence is going to happen, yeah.
it wouldn't surprise me. How they pull it off, it's gonna be one of them things I'm gonna have to have a couple of tins in order to swallow it.
Yeah, I mean, you said this. I mean, it's coming up to the episode 9 battle scene, so they've got a couple of episodes to get there.
Well, this is it. Which battle are they going to do? Are they going to do a battle at River Run, or are they going to do the battle in the North, or are they going to do both?
Well, I mean, again, it seems like there's some kind of convergence happening. So I don't know where Ramsey's going to go. Ramsey's still
Uh,
after Ramsey. You said he's going to get some kind of information, but if he gets the right information, where's he going to go to intercept?
hmm,
Who's he gonna align with?
Ramsey. If it's going to be the River Run battle, he'll be with the Freys, and with he's a loyal man of the kingdom, so he'll be with the Lannisters and the Freys.
Mm, okay.
So if that's the one down south, if not, he's going up north. He's probably wants to head up north and kill everyone at the wall.
Mm. Right, he can get wiped out by the White Walkers, but so he's gonna miss Snow then, isn't
Maybe maybe that's the trick they're looking at. Ramsey turns up just as things are going pear-shaped at Castle Black.
he? Mm.
See, one of the things, yeah, that now that I see the map, is like reminds me that Castle Black isn't the only castle. Well, it's a castle, but it's not the only fortress on the wall. There are several other
Hmm.
fortresses along the way.
Yeah, very undermanned, though, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. But anyway,
Okay, I mean, on to the next scene.
yep.
That's Danny.
Okay, Danny. So, Slave Bay wastelands somewhere out there. God knows what's going on. So,
Yeah, on the way to, was it Marine, innit?
yep, on the way to Marine. So, Danny's there talking to Dario, and by chance they discuss that Danny needs 1,000 ships to carry her
Mm-hmm.
guys, and just happens to be the right number that might be turning up.
Hmm.
You know what? She doesn't know that her fleet's been burnt because that happened after she left.
Oh yeah,
But anyway,
yeah. She's
carrying
a
on.
week away. She's 1 week away from Marine.
Yeah. So she then runs off, finds her dragon, comes back, makes a speech pretty similar
Yeah,
to the
what
one.
was that speech about though?
She's just rallying up the troops. Fuck knows.
Okay, so
Fan
this we're gonna,
service.
so we're
Because,
just gonna con, we're just gonna conquer, yeah.
yeah, Khal Drogo said the same thing.
Mm,
I think in season one.
mm,
No, yeah, we're gonna go over there. We're gonna make people bow and blah 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 blah. Same shit,
mm.
right? So bit of fan service. Big dragon. People love the dragons. People love Danny. Blah 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 blah. Bit of filler at the end of the episode. End. Yeah, I've got nothing to say
Yeah,
about
so I
that.
mean, it wasn't. I mean, as dramatic as it could be. I mean, I said it started off dramatic. I mean, and
It
paced
was filler.
itself along. It paced itself along, yeah.
Yeah.
Because normally we're looking to the end, the beginning and the end. The beginning is fulfilled for me, but the end was, something to come, yeah.
Mm.
So it wasn't really like, yeah, okay, we've seen dragons in other movies before, so it wasn't as spectacular as it could have been.
Yeah, that's it. It's filler. There's been a few filler scenes, and that was filler. I was like, oh, okay, we've got how many minutes left in this episode?
Hmm.
Yeah, give him some Danny and
Yeah,
some
I mean,
dragons.
okay, yeah, it's one of the shorter episodes, isn't it?
Yeah, felt like it. Again, but they did fewer scenes, so yeah, it definitely felt quick. There was a lot going on.
I mean, they did a lot of jumping and trying to catch him up, and
Yeah,
where's everybody
mm,
moving the pieces around the board?
exactly.
Got the map out,
Well,
where's everybody?
just getting everything in place for the 2 episodes time. This is the thing, now there's something happening in episode 9. It,
Mhm.
next episode is going to be, getting everyone in exactly the right place in order
Yeah,
for something
they
to
got to
happen.
build it up now, innit?
Yeah, and this is the thing I'm saying about the passage of time. It's just
Mm.
doing my head in. I don't think that the wall is going to happen then
But they
in
did
episode
mention
9
timing,
because I can't
like they said Danny's 1 week away
Marine.
from Marine, so it's again, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I imagine that she's going to turn up. in episode 8, next episode or two.
Emery.
Yeah, so I reckon, yeah, next
But
episode.
what's going to happen in that week at the same time? I take it everything's happening at the same time, other places, yeah.
I can't say because, as I said, the whole time thing is mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
Whether this is the thing that no one's really saying in the show, whether everything is happening at the same time, or is it just how people's stories are unfolding? Because there's no reason to believe that any of this is all happening at exactly the same time. And this is why the whole timescape thing seems a bit odd. You might think they left, you know, yesterday, but actually, compared to someone else's story, they left 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I mean, again,
Or their travel time has been 3 weeks, but because everyone's moved on between the episode, it has been just
yeah,
just goes
again,
like that. So if you look at a story like what's happening at King's Landing, it seems like this has all been happening over a couple of days, but it can't possibly have been going on for a couple of days
mm,
because all the other stories have been happening over a number of weeks. Because there's no way that someone like Littlefinger
mm,
can turn up at Erie, travel all the way up to the north in a couple of days. That just can't happen.
yeah.
The same with the way that Sansa got from just outside Winterfell up to the north. That doesn't take a couple of days.
Yeah, again,
Not
it's
up to
it's all the convergent thing.
yeah. So it's
So it's
impressions that
who's going
we
to
have.
be converging at what time, you know?
Yeah.
And that's how I mean, yeah, Danny's not really converging with so many people like in the big battle or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this
but
is it.
everyone else is got to be pretty much in the same kind of time frame, yeah.
2 degrees because we don't know how long ago all this is happening. So put it this way:
Yeah, yeah, it's
if
possible. It's
Danny,
possible.
say by
Mm.
episode 10, I don't know where this fleet that Euron is building is going to turn up.
Oh yeah,
I
so
remember last
you reckon
episode I
that
said
could be
it's
built
going to take
and
bloody
ready
ages.
already?
Yeah, to build this fleet and then sail it all the way down to where it's got to be.
Yeah,
But in
yeah.
TV land, they're going to turn up there probably episode 10.
It's possible.
Yeah. So in my mind, that's months have passed.
Yeah. So it's you can't really make any real predictions because you don't know how the time is working,
No,
and they can make the time work in their favor. Yeah.
exactly. Whatever's convenient to the script, because it just doesn't make any bloody sense.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Say
It's
with
true. It's,
Sam, yeah, Sam might be getting away with it because
mm,
time is weird. I just don't understand it.
hmm Yeah. I mean, I think there's got to be some kind of you know consistency there. But again, I
There
think.
isn't.
Mm, well,
It's artistic
I mean,
license.
we just have to keep looking for,
Mm.
I mean, reasonable time gaps.
No, you seriously, you just got to swallow it. It doesn't make any sense. And
Yeah, but I
the
mean,
more you
again,
look
you
at it,
say, but
the
when you
more
go
it
back and you look at the
unravels.
ages of the kids and the people growing up and that, like, no one's like
Well, this
becoming
is it. As I
10
said, they've
to,
all been aged up anyway, so that throws
yeah.
everything out.
But yeah, but I mean, they're not aging up as much as like 10 years has passed or 1 year has passed or I've got full growth of beard now, you know?
Well, if you look at the size of Bran,
Mm.
Bran looks like a big man now. He started like a kid before.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah.
huge
He
now.
definitely looks like he's in his 20s.
Exactly. He looks massive, right? And he started. So how much time has passed? Arya, she's clearly got spots on the face, whether
Mm.
it's part of the makeup or not, but she's going through the puberty thing. Like
Yeah.
Sansa, what's her name? I've forgotten her name. She's grown up. She was because I saw a clip the other day. She was a little bit before, and now look at the
Mm.
size of her. They've all grown
Yeah.
so much in our time compared to how much time
Between seasons.
I
I mean,
can't.
how long's it been running for on TV now, though?
It's at least 4 years now.
4 years old, yeah.
Yeah,
Fair enough. There's people changing in 4 years.
yeah. It's about 4 years. All right, hang on. Could be 5 years. Because they come out with
Okay.
one just under every year.
Hmm.
Season
That's
six now, so it's
yeah, so that's a significant passage of time, isn't it?
yeah for kids, yeah for kids.
Mm,
But I don't think 5 years has passed in the show. But
mm,
maybe it has because
yeah.
in the book, again, so it's kind of keeping going back to it. But the book time does pass in a linear fashion, but it's kind of messed up the way that he's written the stories. You kind of lose the passage of time as well. And the book was always written to have a 5 year gap in it anyway.
Mm. So okay, there's 5 years past between each book.
No, it wasn't passing between each book, but there was going to be a built-in 5 year gap where you kind of like when John died, there was going to be a 5 year gap where you didn't know what the hell happened. They were
Mm,
just going to revisit the wall. 5 years after the assassination of John, you find out that oh no, he's not actually dead. He's now walking around, walking, talking zombie, and everyone's still cool with it. And then he has
mm.
to do something else.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I mean,
But I think I think
trying to
Marcus
figure out the
dispensed with
passage of
that gap.
time.
Hmm?
Right, as he said, he's a sci-fi writer or sci-fi.
Yes.
I mean, okay, again, okay, time isn't that important to him, yeah.
No, it is
Yeah,
frustrating.
yeah. Again, it does make it a bit jerky, but
Do you remember that show Beauty and the Beast?
yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the chief writers on that.
It's a show I didn't watch.
No, this is it. He's been about and he knows TV.
Yeah. Of course. He's seasoned. Yeah, but yeah. I guess it's just necessary with these things. There has to be some level jumping, which is, they hope that it doesn't spoil your enjoyment.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, any
But
kind of
as I said,
conclusions?
it's one of those things where I said if you don't look too hard for it, you don't notice it. But
Mm,
because
we're analyzing it.
yeah, exactly. And I've noticed it for some time that the time is warped. And as a book really kind of you're trying to work out where characters are meant to be at different points, you notice that when the story has been advanced significantly, like no, they're not meant to be there yet. Okay,
Hmm.
how the hell did they get from there to there? There was
Hmm.
a significant journey for them to get to one place to another, and they cut all the
Hmm.
journey out. To like Tyrion, his journey from King's Landing to Marine
Hmm.
was a long thing. Long.
Hmm. Hmm.
Not just
Hmm.
I'm going to sit on a boat for a bit, then I'm going to go into a tavern, get kidnapped, and the next day I'm going to turn up. He ended up in a slave thing, and then
Yeah.
a couple of days later he was in Marine.
So
What?
you're saying that
Two
that
weeks?
was in the book was like one book to another, yeah?
Yeah, it was a long thing. Lots of things happened.
Mm,
Hey,
that's right, so yeah.
so lots of things were really, really advanced on, and then time got cut here and there. And this is the bits that you kind of notice, like, there's no way that journey could have taken that long. And again, if you look at the map, it's like, no, that doesn't make no sense. Anyway,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
one of the things we have to live with.
yeah, could be done.
So on conclusion,
Yeah, conclusion. Yeah, I'm still sticking with High Sparrow as my character. You sticking with?
yeah, yeah. I think he's gonna be he's gonna have a significant impact with the uncle Benji. He's gonna have
Yep.
a significant impact on the survival of the three-eyed raven.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
going to be
so.
critical to the rest of the survival of the whole kingdom.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
okay. I said he's looking a bit mash up and undead, yeah, but
Hmm.
he's not falling apart. So I don't know how much significant power he's got in him, or is he going to be one of those undead who's is going to keep coming back unless you chop his head and dismantle him and
You know what? If it's anything like Cold Hands, it is
Mm,
like literally to fend off attacks and keep him moving quickly because he's got
mm.
the horse, and that's the key, the horse, rather than being going at walking
Yeah,
pace.
but you said Cold Hands wasn't there's no conversation in Cold Hands, but this
No,
one's got a few lines, yeah.
yeah. Well, they had to, as I said, rather than introduce a new character, it's easier to bring
Mm,
back an old one. So he might be able to help with his training because he seemed to know everything that Bran knew.
Yeah, he seems to know more.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you know that already. You know how it's done.
Mm.
It's like, how the hell did he know that Bran knew?
Yeah,
Like,
again, I said, I don't know what, no, making him in the making of him, he's installed with some kind of knowledge from the actual,
yeah, exactly.
fairy people or whatever,
Yeah, exactly. We
or
don't know.
the original Raven, because he met the original one, he must have then, yeah.
Possibly. Yeah.
I mean, if he was being created, I mean, I take it
Well,
he was
he said
created at
that the
this.
children of the forest created him.
Yeah, I take it. I mean, they have to go to that tree to create him, though, yeah.
No, no, not necessarily that particular tree.
Okay, this have the dragon shard to put in him, yeah.
Yeah, dragon
Mm.
glass. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
it's
okay.
volcanic stone.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. But it's magical, yeah.
It's in this show. Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, yeah. So, again, I don't know. I mean, you would have thought that he's gonna be a good champion.
I think the idea of it being magical is because it's been made by fire. It's fire
Dragonfire?
made
No,
solid.
no Dragonfire.
No, not necessarily dragonfire.
Mm,
So it's volcanic stone.
mm.
So it being called dragon glass, it can be, but
Yeah, yeah.
maybe within the show, it's made by dragons.
But it seems like it's opposite to the dragon glass that they put into the original, the king, the original White Walker.
No, it's the same one, same type.
Okay, but look at the other one made the other one evil.
Well, this is it.
This one had,
Well, the Night's King was created as a weapon against men, and the
mm,
weapon got out of control. So they lost
mm.
control of the weapon. So
Yeah, so he
it's
went he
not,
went off in his evil ways, yeah.
yeah.
So
Well, you say
this one,
evil, but from his point of view, he's
mm,
just looking to dominate
cleanse,
the land. He's
yeah,
just doing what he was
yeah,
created to
yeah,
do,
yeah,
kill
mm,
men.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Mm.
that's his job.
So okay, so yeah, so now Uncle Benji's got the same kind of going through the same kind of process. He
Well,
should
he was
have the
going to be,
same.
yeah, he was going to be turned into one of the zombies running around, and
Yeah.
to stop that happening, they put some glass in him, not necessarily
Mm.
as big a glass, but something similar,
So
similar
reckon
position.
he's as powerful as the king one, as
No,
Night's King,
no, because
but
I
maybe
think they've
as
turned him in
powerful
order to
as
save
powerful
what
as yeah, powerful as maybe one of his lieutenants. Yeah.
possibly,
Mm.
but who say they have any other power apart from
Yeah, 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 yeah.
freezing people? Who say they have any power apart from?
But they can only be killed by Dragon Shard, innit?
Yeah, or
So they can't.
Valyrian sword.
Yeah, yeah. So it's good. No, that's not a bad power in their
Mm,
world. I mean, you can take on, it takes something special to kill you, you know.
yep.
So yeah, yeah, not a bad champion there. I said that again. If what's the role of the girl? I mean, again, I take it he's Brandy's paralyzed from the waist down, yeah.
Yes.
So, but the girl's definitely looking like a love interest.
I don't know. Maybe.
Or do you reckon he's gonna get killed off soon? No,
Well,
but with
considering she's much older than him,
yeah,
but
but the fairies said that she's gonna be significant though, isn't it?
well, she was meant to help him. Maybe her significantness was to actually get him from the door to
Mm,
where he caught up with
mm,
Benjen, and
mm.
now she's just like, yeah, along for the ride. And
Yeah,
what
she hasn't
what
seen much since she's been rescued. She's staying out of it. Yeah.
what also can help, I think, if they get south, she can introduce him um, to her dad, and her dad was the guy who was at the Tower of Joy with Ned. They were the last two survivors.
Okay,
Went
okay,
upstairs and saw what was happening in that room.
okay. So where's the dad then?
Well, he's still back at his swamp castle, wherever the hell it is. I've forgotten the name of it.
Okay, so he's got another kind of realm himself, yeah. So
Hmm.
he's got his own little domain with men, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so there's still, you know what I mean, we haven't
they
we
they
haven't been
keep
we haven't been.
themselves to
What's the
themselves.
what's the name of the world again?
Westeros.
It's the whole of the world, yeah.
No,
Westeros.
no, it's Planetos. People call it.
Planetos is the whole of it, yeah.
Yeah, because you've got Westeros, Estros, uh, and I think there's a southern bit, um, Sothros.
Mm.
Uh, looking at the map now, and then there's Ultros.
Okay, so we definitely haven't been everywhere, yes.
Oh no, 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 not by a long stretch.
Mm.
I sent you the app, mate.
Yeah, cool, cool. So there might be still some black people somewhere out there, yeah?
Oh
More
yeah,
black
yeah. The black people come from Sothros and
stuff,
Summer
okay.
Isles.
Oh, that's the African bit, yeah.
I guess so.
Okay,
It's
okay.
nice and hot there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So there's still more to go, yeah?
Well, this is all part of the known world.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
There may be more out there.
Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, so yeah. On conclusion, as I said, maybe this is a filler episode, but they filled it well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't believe that.
Again, okay, we're more than halfway now. Four more episodes to go.
Looking good, wrapping up well.
Mm. So you still saying that you would rather seen it all together
Yep, still
than, yeah, bit by bit.
not liking this waiting for it business.
hmm No, it's fair enough, fair enough. I mean, but there hasn't been as much publicity so far, and as I mean, like the red wedding and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So okay, it seems to be calming down a bit. People are like, oh, everyone likes Game of Thrones.
Well,
I'm not. I'm willing to wait. It's yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just another series. Yeah.
the viewers have learned, especially the way they kind of killed John at the last end of last series,
Mm,
was you can't invest too much in some of these characters because they're all susceptible to death. You know,
mm-hmm,
they're all mortal. So you can't tell and say the way they got rid of people at Wed Ridden was because it was a massacre. They got rid of so many characters in one fell swoop
oh
that
yeah, yeah.
they deliberately made you get tight to them. They deliberately made you feel that this is the way to go. These are
Yeah.
the redeemers, the good characters. Everything going right. You know,
Mm,
he married the right girl for the right reason, and he went there to the place and he made his apologies, and he brought his uncle, and it's all good and everything's good. Everyone's kissed and made up, and it's all going good. And
mm.
nah, massacre.
Yeah,
It's
another
actually quite
naive,
funny to see a ward of flame.
yeah, a naive mistake in it.
Yeah. So yeah, once people know that they can't invest too much in characters because they know they can just die off.
Mm,
I say it's like, I had a couple of episodes ago. I said the next big head fuck will probably kill Danny because
mm.
seriously, people will burn shit in the streets.
So you're looking forward to that there, yeah?
Look, I've made my thoughts clear on Danny. I'm not looking for hate, man.
Oh, mate, looking for this seems like you're looking forward to it, yeah. This will ultimately make your Game of Thrones, yeah.
Put it this way, I won't be burning anything in the streets if Daddy died.
Mm, mm, mm.
I will not throw anything at the TV. I will not be stomping around the room going, "What the fuck?"
But it will make your Game of Thrones.
Yeah, well, some people got to go.
That's fair enough. There's no need to be embarrassed about that or hide it.
I'm not embarrassed. I made my point clear for 2 episodes now. It's the third episode in a row that I've stated that I'm not in the Danny game.
Mm, yeah, 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 yeah. No, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna say one small thing about Walder Frey. I was actually surprised that he referred to the Red Wedding as the Red Wedding.
Mm,
You know,
okay.
as a perpetrator of a massacre, it's strange that he actually call it what it was. It's the common folk call it the Red Wedding,
Mm,
but for him to say, you call it almost anything you like. You call, yeah, the incident that happened, or Ed Muir's wedding, or
but
my
he's living like
daughter's wedding.
but he's living like a common folk though, isn't
Yeah, but but mentally you turn around and you change it to something that helps your mind deal with it. You say, yeah, what happened at my daughter's wedding? He should know, blah blah blah. You don't call it, yeah, what happened at the red wedding? But he had to do that in order to remind viewers, again, more fan service. We're not fucking idiots. We know what the fuck you did. We don't have
he?
to tell us that it was the red wedding. We know. Yeah, so yeah, so that was the only bugbear out of the whole episode that was like, dude, you didn't have to do that.
Mm, bit spoon fed, yeah.
Yeah,
There's nothing
yeah,
wrong with spoon fed sometimes.
yeah.
It's like them doing the previews of the last episodes for other shows, yeah. When they go
Previously,
this, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, you know.
No, that's filler. We got
So, but
50
Game of
minutes
Thrones
to fill.
hasn't gone
Let's
to the
spend a minute
previously
on
yet. I
filler.
mean, they haven't. I mean, I don't think they're ever going to do previously on Game of Thrones. So,
'Cause usually they fill up the time.
mm, mm.
That's
But
why
yeah, yeah.
that's why it's annoying when you see filler scenes like um, Sam and Gilly on the way
Mm.
to the castle, and then at the end, Danny with a dragon. It was just filler.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But,
yeah. It's-
give the fans what they want. All right, hey, look, just because I'm not in that count, I'll give it the credit that it was. If I was a Danny and a Dragon Boy, then yeah, Danny and the Dragons, I'll be happy with that. Just that I'm not in that
no,
count.
I mean, I like Danny and the Dragons, but again, it was they could have ended stronger. Yeah,
Hmm.
So I mean, but again, there can only be so much action, and I mean, there has to be some kind of spoon feeding sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they've got to push the plot along, so when you actually
Mm,
do get the action, it's big. But if you get a bit of action, bit of action, bit of action all the time, when they come with a huge scene, it's just gonna be, oh yeah, we get this, yeah, blah blah blah, and then you kind of, oh yeah, they're just fighting, so you just want to speed through it because it's like it's just more fighting. Yeah, it's just more fighting.
Oh yeah, it's got to be fighting with significance.
Okay. So
Mm.
that's
So
that's
yeah,
one reason all right, they didn't have much money to do Blackwater, but there was enough going on that you couldn't just fast forward through it all. Whereas when they did Castle Black, there was enough going on where it's like, yeah, I can put that on times two. I can see what's going on. There ain't much going on. And when anyone steps up to talk, oh yeah, play. Yeah, blah.
yeah.
More
As I said,
fighting. I've
it's
seen a
been one of
thousand fight scenes before. I don't need to see more.
it's been one of the complaints. So there's got to be some kind of some kind of depth to it.
Mm.
Maybe it's going to be over a couple of episodes. But I said,
Well, this is it. See what they did with Hardhome last season, where John had to kind of fight off a White Walker, try to rescue the Dragon Glass. Then, people started getting resurrected. You had that interesting wildling character, that female character that was looking after the kids. Then the kids turn around and yammed her and all that kind of, there was stuff going on within
mm,
that. It wasn't just random fighting.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
There
yeah,
was
yeah.
something going on. So that keeps you engaged in the fight when you can actually see it in pieces rather
Yeah,
than
yeah.
just
It's said
swords everywhere.
it's switching up the gears and
Mm,
setting the pace.
hmm So I
Yeah,
think they're
but
going to
I
kind
said,
of dial it back a bit just so it feels good when it turns up.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's good. They're trying to make it a little bit more civilized.
Hmm.
Probably
Okay.
not like
Yes, sir.
no. I don't know. It's good. I haven't seen the new World of Warcraft movie that come out, but I mean, I think it's a fight fest. But they're trying to make it deeper than that.
Yeah, well, they want a franchise, don't they? So, they want to get at least three films out of it, maybe five. So,
Uh, uh, Yeah,
Got to
yeah,
put some plot and story going on in there.
yeah. What is the World of Warcraft film rated anyway? Is that PG?
No idea. I've seen the
No.
trailers for it.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen it too. I don't know. It's good. I mean, it's probably something I get to watch one day. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna rush out to the cinema to see it. But
I don't know. I
but
doubt.
is this quite funny the way it's kind of got to the movies before Game of Thrones? Yeah.
Mm,
But there you go. That's life.
indeed. So predictions next episode.
Next episode predictions. It's a hard one. Isn't it? It said I don't know. It said it's 1 week away from Marine, so I'm probably at the end. That's gonna be the ending of the episode. Beginning.
I would have thought they would have gone there straight away, to tell you the truth.
Mm,
Considering that they're like 1 week away and the way time works in this joint, they might have just gone straight into what's going on with Marine, sort that out because didn't go to Marine what's happening in the city at all this episode. So they're probably
mm,
going to go back there and see what Tyrion and Varys are up to,
mm.
and they might have the triumphant entry of Dany
That's
coming
part
up.
of it. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Dany working out what she wants to do, finds out that her ships are burnt
Mm,
and she's got to get more ships now,
mm,
and she's got
mm.
to trade with the other cities in order to get her ships because she doesn't know there's a new fleet coming her way.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna lead with that though. I think the stronger story is still Bran, so I think they're gonna lead with that one.
Mm-hmm.
That Bran's
Well,
gonna
the order doesn't
make
matter.
yeah. Well, Bran's gonna make it to the wall.
So quick. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna make it to the wall.
Yeah. Well, he's
I
got a
mean, it
horse
was
now,
good.
so yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, the snow's not there or nothing, so I don't know how long he's going to stay at the wall for.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to make it to the wall, and shortly after, the White Walkers could come.
Yeah.
Maybe,
You
maybe,
reckon they're going to be
maybe
there next week?
it's possible. I said again. I don't know how far they're behind, but I don't know. They've taken camp, so and he said the dead don't rest. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
So okay, I take it. You know, what I mean, they're right behind them. So
Yeah. Well, is it? They're going to have to hurry up. Probably Ramsey Hogan
yeah,
March at the
Ramsey's going to
wall.
come back
But
back
yeah,
into it.
exactly. You haven't seen him for a good few episodes, and there's no
Yeah,
reason why
I
he
mean,
could be
no,
out there.
don't tell me Ramsey's gonna capture Bran. You know what I mean?
Wow. Maybe. I
That would be unfortunate, wouldn't it?
having two Stark brothers, that would be fucked up, man.
No, but I would get he's got to get through Benji first, so that's unlikely.
Mm.
Yeah, so but yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, there's gonna be some kind of close shave there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, I said
So,
again, okay, I don't know how much information that Benji's going to bring to it, or where he's going to trying to settle and train or prepare for the Night's King. I don't know where he's going to go to do it, but
as I said, he'll probably have to go to one of the werewoods. As I said, I think there's definitely one at the wall. There's
mm,
definitely one at Winterfell. Some of the other houses in the north will probably have werewoods. I don't
mm,
know if there's any more north of the wall. I wouldn't be surprised if they were. So they might stop at a werewood somewhere about so
yeah,
and do some of
but
that.
mm,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's my predictions. I mean, what about yours?
um well, the fact that they brought Water Frey into the mix, I think they'll probably do some of that as well. See what's going on with the Riverlands.
Mm.
Um Now they've mentioned the Blackfish. How many episodes in a row now? So I think they might see Blackfish. Um but yeah, so I think they'll probably do Marine, Riverlands.
And yeah, well,
Find out what Sam's up to. We've got to find out where he's going.
yeah, yeah. I
And
mean,
who else have we
you got to go back
thought of?
Arya. I mean, there's going to be some kind of. I mean, the catch up with her and the other girl, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That. Yeah, the big. I needed someone else. Yeah, Arya.
Mm.
So yeah,
So yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
that's impending. So
That's
that's
probably.
gonna.
I think that's going to be the end. The big fight with Arya and the waif.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Again, okay, she's gonna be fighting with Needle. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
let's hope it don't break. Yeah.
yeah. I don't think it'll break, but I think that fight will probably she'll probably be surprised that Arya's got a sword. She's probably going to turn up with Arya with a
Stick, yeah.
stick.
Yeah, yeah.
To bring a stick to a sword fight.
Yeah, yeah, it's a make or break fight, you know what I mean? So again, no one's coming out of that looking pretty, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's where they'll probably end their episode. And
Okay, cool.
well, they might not end it with that. I think what they'll do, they'll have the fight, and then she decides whether she wants to go back to the Faceless Men or not, or she might decide to leave the Faceless Men
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
join.
No, I
Oh,
think
you know what, hear what? She decides she's going to leave the Faceless Men
mm,
and join this troupe of actors, and the
mm,
actors move on to another
mm,
city
mm.
because obviously they're traveling from city to city to city,
Yeah, yeah,
and they're
yeah.
complaining about the audience in this one.
Yeah,
And
it's a way out for her.
yeah, so she joins this troupe of merry travelers, and then she fucks off somewhere else. And they might
Yeah, yeah,
say,
yeah. I mean,
"Hey,
I mean, I think.
it's about time we went back to Westeros to write a new play," and that might be her
Yeah,
way back.
I think it was good. I mean, it was good. The master's gonna be, watching her carefully, yeah, and he's gonna pop up, you know, when it's least expected. He's gonna go well, and something, because she's still
Sorry,
gonna
which
bow to
master?
him, yeah. She's
What
still
the?
gonna bow to him, I think.
Sorry, which master?
The faceless master.
Oh, Faceless Men. Yeah, okay, got you.
Yeah, yeah. She's still. If he turns up, she will bow.
You reckon?
Yeah, she's not gonna challenge him.
Yeah, but she already has. She didn't kill the woman, and she
Yeah,
knows she
yeah,
can't
but
go
I
back.
mean, but she
He
she was
already
still
told
looking.
her that she's gonna
Yeah,
die.
but
It's her
not
last chance. She will not
she's
get
looking
another
to yeah,
chance.
yeah, but she's looking to escape. But I think that she will still kneel to him. Yeah, she won't try to fight him.
But why would he chase her?
No, it was okay. I mean, it was okay
She
because I don't know.
constantly broke the
Yeah,
rules.
yeah, yeah. Again, I don't know. I mean, why? But I think that there's some kind of connection with the progression of their order. Yeah, because
Mm,
she's the first of the raw born and connected to everything and control of her in their order is a
mm.
good thing for them. They're moving forward. So I think that yeah, he's going to still keep a connection to her.
It could happen that way, but I'm saying I think it may be a way for her character to get out and get
Yeah,
out for
yeah,
good.
yeah. You think that's done there? You think the order of the faceless man is done for her? She's got what she wants from them. She's got.
It'll be a good way to escape from that storyline now, because
Yeah.
what more is there for her? Is she
I
going
don't
to become
know.
a faceless man?
What I mean,
No,
what was the
she wants a
faceless man?
solid
What
room.
was the faceless man doing there in the first place? I mean, why connect to her in the first place?
She went to them. They didn't ask her to join. She went to them,
Yeah, yeah, but they
but
met up though.
she didn't follow
He
the
was
rules.
he was around in the world when she was on the run. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a pile of assassins.
Mm,
That's their job, and
mm,
he's just one of them. And they all wear. See, part of the problem with the show is they've mixed up characters. The character that's in the books that's in there is not the same guy that was out on the road helping her. It's a completely different character. All they've done, they've merged the characters so people in the show don't get confused. And yeah, so it's a familiar face. But this character is not the same guy who was out on the road with her.
mm.
It's not.
Okay, okay, okay.
He's just
I
some
mean,
guy in there who's, yeah, one of the
yeah,
men.
but everyone seems to be going to him for direction though.
Yeah, well, that's it. I think that's what I said. It might be a way for her to get out, and if this troop goes back to Westeros, that's her way back. If they want to continue with the storyline of her becoming an assassin,
Mm.
then yeah, she goes back to them. But how does she go back? I can't see how she goes back. She's broken the rules so many times. She's
Yeah, the
been
rules are
given
there.
chances, and he told her, it's your second chance. You won't be given a third.
Yeah, yeah, the rules are there to be broken, though, isn't it?
So.
If you don't break the rules, there could be nothing new, though, isn't it?
So thank you very much, listeners. Yeah, till next episode. Please like and subscribe. Please leave comments. Come on, man. Come on, people. Leave some comments. If you like something or you don't like something, give us some feedback. We can tailor the show. Hopefully, this one should be coming to you in stereo. I think I've worked out how to get Audacity to do that now. So not stereo, bloody old mono. Our previous ones have been in stereo, and I know it's annoying. So they should be in mono. So if you like that, let us know. Other little things. If you like the new format, let us know. If you like the old one, this way is a lot quicker for us. Get through it. It's all good. So yeah,
Yeah, we
feedback.
covered everything, and this, as I said, generally chat about the show rather than describing each scene,
Yeah, exactly.
in minute detail.
Yeah, I feel it's better this way.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, yeah. It's more about the chat than rather,
I'm going
just,
reliving the show.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We can connect the dots our way.
yeah. And that was the point of this whole podcast, to kind of get through it. So please let us know if you like the changes, if you don't like the changes. Let me know the graphics. I've now got the graphics on, got titling and all that kind of stuff. Let me know if you like the, the the stuff that I'm doing on the channel. Give me some feedback. I need to know if it's working or not. All right, but thank you very much. Two London guys signing off. Till next week. Goodbye.
Okay, next week.